What's up, guys? It's me, okay, and we are back again with another video, and you guys can see the title. You know exactly what we're going to be doing today. We're going to do what I should have done a while ago, but again, still not 100%. Was away at Evo, couldn't do it then, have to do it now. We were looking at, first off, the first new Tekken 8 character who I have a lot of questions about, and I think is very interesting, but I'll get into that when we talk about her. And also a returning character in Mr. Raven as well. I mean, technically returning, we had Master Raven, same character, same moveset. Master Raven Tekken 7 even had a male hurt box, so you know, pretty much just like model swap more than anything, I guess. But yeah, Raven is back. I'm very excited. He looks very cool. I'm sure you guys have seen this all by now, but this is just my breakdown and stuff. I'll try not to take too long because you probably heard people say this stuff already. You're probably going over a lot of this stuff yourself. I don't know how much new I'll be able to add to the conversations, but I have a playlist. I have to make sure I get these done, so we're going to get into this. And also, one last thing before I begin, I know there are a lot of leaks out there. I've done my very best to avoid as much as possible. There's some stuff I know, there's some things I do not. What I will say is, if anyone does mention leaks in my comment section moving forward, I will just like permanently remove you from my comment section. I'll remove the comment, and then you'll never be able to comment on my videos again, because I don't want other people getting spoiled as well as myself. So let's just keep that away. Do not talk about the leaks. It is that simple. And if you're one of those people that like to make videos on leaks as well, I'm just gonna say you're an idiot. Anyway, let's go. I'll do my best to try and not cough during these as well, but again, I'm still not 100%, so I apologize in advance. But yeah, Raven coming back I think that's really hype. First off, I love the new stages they've done, by the way. They're very like Tekken 5 influenced. And you probably heard all this stuff before, but it seems like a lot of it, he looks so cool. A lot of it is like happening inside Jin's mind. You'll notice, just because of like the references they have to Tekken 5, and yeah, there's a lot of that going on, and I think that's really cool, and it maybe hints at where we're going in the story for this game. But first off, I don't know, do you guys care if I stop and start? You've probably seen this a billion times. Well, what do I normally do? Actually, fuck it. But no, I'm a huge fan of what they've done with Raven in this game. It also looks like the first true floor break stage, because so far I think in Sanctum the floor only breaks after you've broken the wall, and then the next stage it breaks, or I think in final round the floor breaks. And here's another Jin mine stage. You can see like walking in the back and stuff there, but I think that's like meant to be like a representation of Jun, and then there's like meant to be like a representation of Jin. I think for Tekken 3 or 4, I cannot remember, but like people have been talking about it for like quite a bit. So, or like the clones and shit that Raven has going on, like bro, when he activates heat, he just looks so cool. He honestly, and I think this might be best rage art right now. I think this might be best rage art. I don't know. I might be best rage art so far.
My ninjutsu has evolved to a new level.
So that's another thing I like. I like how Raven being gone and coming back served the purpose. You know, Raven between the time between Tekken 6 to 8, he was training, and he's come back and he's like, listen, my ninjutsu is evolved, and you're not gonna believe me. Cool, here's some fucking shadow clones, bro. I imagine he went with Lars, the Naruto universe, learned Shadow Clone Jutsu, and that's why we see him where he is now. But let's just start off, because we're going to do both characters in today's video. So,
witness the results of my training.
I'm just a big fan. I'll probably be playing Raven in Tekken 8. I mean, that's one thing I've been saying is so good about Tekken 8, is it makes you want to play like a bunch of characters. And I have been playing a bunch of different characters in Tekken 8. When the full game drops, I think I'll be playing like every character pretty much, besides like Ling and like Lily. Characters I have zero interest in playing in Tekken 7. I probably won't be playing in Tekken 8, just because like I don't like the way they play, not for me, etc. But a lot of characters I think I will be playing in Tekken 8. Okay, one of the main things I think we can see for Raven in this iteration is he has a new stance now. So it might be because this is the same animation Raven does when they do their parry, right? So it might be just like a guaranteed parry all the time if you try and attack during this, right? But back one into this new stance, purple glow, and then into this new slide here. And that's just black hole with a new animation. I think that's one of the main things about Raven in this game as well. Is a lot of new animations. It might just be the same exact move, but newer animations, which is pretty cool, right? Like that's a cool animation. And then after doing the new black hole into the animation, into the stomp, right? Does the same stance again and then teleports. We've seen Raven do this teleport a billion times. And the parry. This is a new launcher for Raven while sending 3 into Shadow Clone, which is pretty cool. Then down forward 1 into Shadow Clone. So Raven potentially getting extensions off of down forward 1, which is insane. Raven's down forward 1 has already been like one of the high up there ones in this game anyway. Very good hitbox, and I think only -1. So they might do something about that if Raven has down forward 1 with extensions, or could just be in combos. We do not know right now. And that's the new QCF3 follow-up. I mean, that's just a cool way to end a fucking combo, isn't it? Yeah, it's just looking like Raven right now is pretty hard to follow. Obviously, I think that's the same thing like we said for a lot of characters when we see their trailers. So hopefully the more we actually play this game, we get to experience these characters, be able to see. That is now a new launcher as well, I believe. I don't think that launches in this game. I think that's R forward 3. I don't think that launches in Tekken 7, so that's a buff there for Raven. Enters heat. You know, I'm just going to say this now. There's one guy who comments on a lot of my videos, and whenever I say X character is in heat, so I'll be saying in the video, oh, X character has entered heat, and then he will just comment on the video, in heat means receptive to mating. Change your fucking phrasing. And it's like, bro, it's called heat mode. Everyone is saying this. If you do not like it, fuck off, because he's been like literally for months commenting on my videos saying the exact same shit. Like, if it bothers you so much, go away. But anyway, I just need to get off my chest. Anyway, Raven is in heat right now. That's just a new move as a heat engage there. Great use of like the shadow clones when he's in heat. It seems like the biggest thing for when Raven activates heat is just like shadow clone stuff. Also, I don't know if this is a nerf or not. It looks like this is a guaranteed hit after QCF2. So QCF2 counter hit, maybe? He was in the middle of a string, so it could just be counter hit, guaranteed 1+2 there. That's one thing about Tekken 8. I don't think this is... they've taken away a lot of like counter hit launches and turned them into moves with counter hit guaranteed follow-ups. Hwaryong's forward 1+2, Hwaryong's right forward back 4, Claudio's forward 4. A lot of moves, instead of just giving you a full counter hit combo, they give you like a guaranteed follow-up. And in this situation, Claudio gets to activate Raven gets to activate heat. And then just Raven is gonna be so hard to follow in Tekken 8, I think. At least at the start anyway. I think it's gonna be problems. Like he just looks so cool.
You won't see this coming.
Like it's just some cool shit, man. Like what can you say? And probably the best rage art in the game. One thing I like about Tekken 8 though is they've gone more all out with the rage arts. They've gone more all out with the rage arts, because you'll notice in Tekken 7, most characters that were in the game, the characters that have, I think, longer or better rage arts in Tekken 7 got added later on. Like I think Kunimitsu is one of the best rage arts in the game. Gamryu's is pretty cinematic and cool. You can some say it's long, but I like the ending when he gets a post round KO as well. And I think in this game because I think from the start they kind of like were a bit undecided what they wanted to do with rage arts. They weren't really that cinematic. They got more cinematic as characters got added. I think in this game they just like, listen, from the beginning, from the off, cinematic rage arts for everyone. You know, let's go. Love to see it. And Raven looking very cool heading into Tekken 8. I wonder when we'll get the first playable build of Raven. But someone else I am very interested to see played is this one right here, and actually quite a few dislikes as well. These dislikes aren't like official, because I have like an extension that shows dislikes, but like they're not like official. This could be wrong, but like the bar's kind of there. It might be the most dislikes we've seen so far on a Tekken 8 character reveal. So this is Azucena, new Tekken 8 character. I think I'm just gonna let the trailer play, comment on what I see, and then we'll go back and go in depth, because there was a PlayStation blog article that released around the time the trailer got released and mentioned about Azucena's stance. I think it's called what's it called? I'm gonna look up what it's called before I get it wrong. She has her Libertador stance, and basically it's the stance where she's like, you'll see it in the trailer. I'll show you guys. So for me, this was like, I had no knowledge of any of the new Tekken 8 characters coming into this. So we saw Raven, and then so we just had a new character, right? And I was just like, okay, let's see what she can do. And then immediately, like, if you watch because I had to watch Eva from my room because I was sick, unfortunately. If you watched it, like, people were like popping off when she was doing certain shit. So I believe this is the stance here, right? The Libertador stance. And in this stance, she cannot block, but apparently she evades all highs and lows. That's what it said in the blog article, and we're going to be seeing that a lot. But I have other questions about other things, because there was sometimes she was going around mids as well, and she just seems like all around frustrating to play against. Right, there it is there. Also, I like this song, by the way. I like that we finally got a different song in a character trailer. Like, I've watched this a lot of times. Oh, you can tell that was probably the part that frustrated me the most, by the way. Like, I feel like this character. Also, ask us how it falls off. But I feel like this character is gonna be causing a lot of issues. I like that she's going to have her own special intros of characters as well, because obviously this is a character with no real established lore right now, so you know they've got to somehow build on that. Also, our second true floor break stage, by the way. Like, so I'll explain what I think I'm seeing when we get into the next part. Also reminds me of the Tekken 5 Code stage because of the gold on the floor. So, Azucena, Libertador stance. So let's just break it down, because so from what we know, this is the only guaranteed information I have is from the PlayStation blog article, which mentioned the Libertador stance we see here. Highs and lows are going to be dodged. But what it looks like here is, so Paul did a throw, it was just dodged. There's like nothing was guaranteed though, at all. Like, because Paul is still blocking right now. If you wanted to, you could probably block this low, which is probably going to be a hell sweep type move. So it looks like it's probably a stagger low. Probably. I hope so. But Paul probably could have still blocked that. Again, dodge the 2-1. Now, King was still in the middle of a string here. So that's that side throw there. I think probably could have still been broken. But breaking side throws is still pretty. People don't really fully understand it in this game. Even though Tekken 8, they actually explain it in the command list. So you're gonna need to learn how to break your side throws against Azucena, I think. But if she just did like a down forward 2 launch or some shit after evading this, like, because his King is still in the middle of the string, would have been launched, guaranteed punish there. But that's the thing as well, like, keep in mind strings, like, she dodged the first hit and was just completely out of the way for the next hit, right? So I'm sure we'll discover our counter at some point, but at the start, this is going to be frustrating for people. Here's the stuff I think that's really going to be pissing people off. Now, first and foremost, so one thing I think this kick she does here actually looks similar to the sweep she did earlier against Paul, but it's with the other leg. I think animation mix-ups like that could be a bit annoying at the start. I think the knowledge checking is going to go crazy when she first comes out. But here, Brian blocks the low, tries to punish her while setting 3. So she blocks the low and goes into back turn. And what I think is maybe when she goes back turn, she evades mids. It doesn't say it in the PlayStation blog as far as I know, but maybe when she goes back turn, she evades mids or something. I don't know, because cleanly evaded. And this looks like some kind of Sabaki, which looks really cool, by the way. But I just feel like this whole interaction here will just be very frustrating if you're playing as Brian. And punish. Yeah, so there. She goes into Libertador stance with a punish, could be like a back 1-1 or some shit. Goes into stance, then goes back turn manually in the stance. Then while in back turn, I think this is a counter hit, because caught Nina doing high shield 3. And that's just a cool animation. One more yeah, I don't want to get into this. This is the only part of the entire thing I'm gonna look at in fucking slow-mo. Like this right here. It doesn't take much to game, but this right here terrifies me. So manual back turn jump like Chloe, interestingly. Then ducks under the flappies, cool. Then just sidesteps into the back turn, and then that just looked like a punish there. But oh my goodness, like this is my worst nightmare, right here. This is, I don't even know, right? So here's the thing. So she does manual back turn, then goes into, I don't know if that's not the Libertador stance that she did there. That wasn't it there. That just looked like an evasion type thing. So she can turn around in full high evasion from the looks of things, then go back. Oh, then she goes back into back turn, right? So manual low jump into back turn, dodges forward, back into back turn, and then I imagine when she's in back turn, she evades mid, what it looks like, or that just looks like a back turn sidestep, something that Ling has, and then the punish there. Oh boy, I am gonna have a nightmare of a time playing as this character. But I'm probably gonna play her when she comes out. I've said multiple times, when Tekken 8 comes out, play all of the new characters, find out who is the most broken, and then profit. And that is my plan. A lot of this stuff there isn't really much to really comment on, just certain strings, strict, etc, etc. Apparently her fighting style as well is just complete MMA, just mixed martial arts is her fighting style. So it's pretty interesting to go for, I think. And another thing, so when she is in Libertador stance, her highs, so when she does evade highs and lows, so you see she does it there, and then she gets fully to Lily's back on this one as well. Also, it looks like UCF 3+ was not homing anymore, or they got rid of the homing sparks in it, I don't know. But fully gets to Lily's back on that one. And this just looked like a backswing blow, I think, that she could just do in the middle of the string. That's what it looks like anyway. I don't think that was any kind of special kind of evasion. I think that was just a backswing blow. And here, so when she's in heat and does Libertador stance, what I think is she gets guaranteed hits after evading the high or the low when she goes into the stance, right? Because you saw before, like when she dodge balls throw, she just goes to the side, nothing really guaranteed. When she's in the stance, she dodged it, gets a guaranteed launch off of it. We'll see in a second. Dodges the high. I think that punch is guaranteed. And oh my god, look at Lily's body on the floor. Jesus fucking Christ, she killed him. Killed her. Sorry about that, Lily. Did not mean to misgender you. But here she does, so it looks like she does like a magic 4. Magic 4 into back turned. Does that jump, which I hope is a manual thing and not a automatic thing when you're in a stance. But then does the stance there, dodges the high, kills Lily. Dead. She is dead. Like, I'm sorry, Asuka. No more King of Iron Fist for Lily. And here, this is different. So on the hanger stage, when you do the, what's it called, wall blast, it leaves you actually close to the wall. So it leaves it leaves your opponent on the side of the wall, so you can do your combo back to the wall. On this stage, it blows them over you, so it looks like then the combo continues in the middle of the stage. So it's going to be quite interesting managing that resource, I think, on this stage, because you always want to keep wall pressure in this game. But do you want to go for the wall blast to get extra damage? I mean, sometimes wall blast is just guaranteed, right? You do something that wall splats them, and you get the wall blast. So you know, it's going to be interesting how people manage that. I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest. It's like, it feels like it's punishing you for just trying to keep your wall pressure going. But I guess the way wall carries in this game, maybe we'll just carry to the next wall anyway. Yeah, she just looks like a menace, honestly. 100% just looks like a menace. I think she just killed Lily again. All in all, I think this also confirms a lot of my suspicions. I've said I believe the characters on the biggest chopping block when it comes to Tekken 7, Tekken 8 are the Tekken 7 characters. Your Katarinas, Gigas, Lucky Chloe, not Claudio because he has story relevance, but like I always felt like those are the characters, like Shaheen, they were the most on the chopping block. Maybe the Tekken 6 characters as well. They just felt like the least, they felt like the easiest to just get rid of. You know what I mean? In no disrespect to those characters. And I saw like in that one trailer alone, I just saw like Kat and Chloe just both gone. Which is interesting because I always thought Chloe would come back because she's very popular in Japan. And like a very popular cosplay character as well. But maybe this is the death of Chloe. Again, I have not seen the full leaks. If she is gone, do not say anything in the comment section because I will just remove you from the comment section forever. So anyway, that's going to be all from me on this one. Thank you guys for watching this video. Sorry this came out so late. It's the best I can do with my limited form right now. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will catch you guys in the next video.